Hey, Carl. Good to see you.
Same. Great to see everyone. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Bring up one more chair, alrighty?
Hello, Gary. Bonjour, Monsieur Gary. Tu es en mute en ce moment.
Bonjour Sam.
Comment ça va?
Ça va très bien.
Merci beaucoup, ça va chez
Ton
moi aussi.
français marche très bien là.
Oui, oui. On se prépare pour le Noël.
Oh, bien sûr. Yeah, voilà pourquoi tu es tout en rouge.
C'est ça. Rouge en vert.
Good afternoon, everyone. Give us only a couple minutes and we'll get started. Okay. It seems that the Fils-Aimé's family, they are all set up now. We good? Okay, nice. Oh, well, it's a great pleasure for me to host this special event this afternoon. And I would like to say thank you for everyone for joining us, and then welcome to this special webinar introducing the Bernard Fils-Aimé's Scholars at Help. So my name is Daphne Charles, and I'm currently the Development Officer for Help. I'm working in the Haiti office. I'm also a very proud graduate from the program, and I'm going to be the host for this webinar today. I would like to again thank everyone who's just joining now. We just started. You guys are not late. You just we're right on time. So this event is something that is very important for Help and also very important for the Bernard Fils-Aimé family. You guys in the chat were aware of this of the tragic passing of our dear friend, colleague, father, mentor, and so much more for many of us who have known and experienced Bernard when he was alive. So when I was asked to host this event, I was a little bit shy because I felt, even for myself, it's a huge responsibility. Because up to Bernard, you see someone very accomplished, someone very engaged, someone very committed, and to have this privilege, this honor to just kind of pass in this legacy to help students, it's really mean a lot to me, and I would like all of you in the chat and also the family to know that. So for today, we are going to introduce 3 scholars for now from the HELP program who will be benefited from the Bernard Fils-Aimé scholarship through the HELP program. I don't think it's even relevant to mention that HELP. It's an organization in Haiti, and what we do, we offer merit-based university scholarship to students. You guys in the chat surely know about the program, what has been accomplished, and again today we are doing something special to this special program. So we will have the opportunity to hear a little bit about a member of the Bernard family to explain to us what it means for them to do this event and to also create this funding to help Haitian, deserving Haitian in Haiti. So with no further ado, I would like to pass the mic to Erika Fils-Aimé, the dear Bernard's daughter, in his special speech, special words for the circumstance. Erika?
Hi, good afternoon. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
It's so encouraging to see your smiling faces on the screen. So afternoon. First, I want to thank HELP and Connor for the platform and facilitating this today. My father, Bernard, believed that knowledge and education were critical components for growth, empowerment, and a prosperous Haitian nation. A rising tide that lifts all boats. And with the investment in education comes the responsibility of leadership, leadership to move our people forward. Bernard had a deep and unabated love for his people and country. It was ingrained and embedded in our upbringing and in the example that he provided as he lived his life and what he encouraged in others. We, the family, have established the Bernard Fils-Aimé scholarship in honor of his beliefs. To all the nominees and recipients, congratulations. You are faced with many obstacles and yet continue to persevere, and I suspect even thrive. He would be very proud of you. I want to also remind you that with that comes a responsibility because it's twofold: to move yourselves, to move your family, your community, and your people forward. And this is how we grow as a people. So I'm very proud that we can have this moment to kind of explain why this is important, but more importantly, for me to remind you what comes next. So congratulations, and looking forward to seeing your success and your thrive as we build a nation. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Erica. Very well said. And also thank you for taking up help for this opportunity and also for giving this opportunity to students. So you will have a chance to hear about them, to know a little bit more about them, and also how they intend to use this scholarship in a little bit. But before we do that, I would like to invite the Help Development Director, who will give us a little bit of details about this funding and the campaign that we run for the special Bernard Fils-Aimé scholarship. Sam?
Thank you so much, Daphne, and welcome to everybody. We're just so thrilled to have you all here and just so incredibly grateful to the Fils-Aimé family. Thank you very, very much, all of you. This means a tremendous amount to us. This is the fifth and last of our series of webinars, and we wanted to culminate it with this special event today. So once again, incredibly grateful to you and to your family and to all of the attendees, and indeed all of the supporters of this new fund which the family has launched. I'm very proud to announce on behalf of HELP and the family and our incredible students in Haiti that thanks to the combined efforts of loved ones, business partners, family and friends of Bernard, we now have $275,000 in the kitty to kick off 3 full scholarships, fully funded at $15,000 per year for 5 years for each student. And we're halfway towards funding a 4th full scholarship. With another $25,000, we will fund the 4th scholarship fully. So thank you to everybody. There is a tab on our website, uhelp.net, under ways to give. We have a special fund, BFA fund, and if you're so inclined, please do make a gift today if you can. Once again, thank you so much, Carl. It's such a pleasure working with you. Great to meet Erica. Maurice, wonderful to meet you. Such a treat. Daphne, thank you for everything you're doing. Gary, everything you're doing. The students, just really excited to continue this work and continue into 2021 and beyond. So thank you for the opportunity to speak. I look forward to following along. And of course, we'll take any questions along the way from any participants and attendees. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Samuel. That's such a great news. So we have a 4th scholarship coming. Probably in 6 months, we are going to have another webinar to introduce some more scholars, which is really, really good. And thank you all. I know a lot of you from the chat contributed to that special fund. We want to thank you so, so much. So now we are going to hear from the scholars. We have three with us today. We have Imka Dolboin, we have Wilderson Voltaire, and we also have what I'm going to do, because the students are going to be the spotlight for today, I'm going to change my seat and I'm going to pass it to Jeff Tani, and I will be on the side asking questions, but you will be able to see the faces, because where we are, we can only have one computer, and then it's making some noise if you have two different computers. So we are going to use only one, but you will see the face of the students here, and then you are going to listen to my voice. Please be kind to use the Q&A box if you have any questions. I'm going to ask some questions, but if you have any questions for the students, feel free to use the Q&A box at the bottom. You will see it. It's different from the chat box because it allows you to see the question easier. So use it to ask any questions that you have, maybe for help, maybe for the family, right? Call Erica, people can ask questions to you if they want, but also to the students, okay? Jetani. Okay, let me start with this first question. We heard your name. Could you guys please introduce yourself? I'm going to start with Imka.
Hello, everyone. I am Imka Dolboin. I am from the Center Department here, and I'm studying finance at University. I am in my second year, and I am 20 years old.
Thank you, Imka. Wilderson?
Hello, everyone. My name is Wilderson Voltaire. I'm from West Department. I'm studying agronomy at University Kiskia. I'm in my second year. I'm 20 years old.
Awesome. And last,
hello, everyone. My name is Jeftane Edley. I'm 20 years old. I come from Saint-Louis in the South Department. I'm studying political science and international relations at Université Notre-Dame d'Haïti. I'm in my second year.
Awesome. So we can already see they are really young, but a very diverse group already. Well, I guess people would like to know a little bit about yours. I'd like us to share a little bit. What was your life growing up? Let us start with you again, Imka.
Okay. About my childhood, I can say that I grew up with my mother and my two siblings. And my mom had to leave the family house because she was sick, and we couldn't find the right treatment for her. So it was a little difficult for me because my mom left me with my younger brother at 10 years old, and I had the responsibility to take care of them and of myself. So I was left in Port-au-Prince with my dad and my younger brother. And remember that after my 6th grade, I joined my mom in Gonaïve because she didn't hear with me, and I joined her to pursue my studies in high school. And I was very often on the top of my class. That permitted me to benefit a scholarship from the of my high school because my mom couldn't afford my tuition fees. And the scholarship, I can say that, allowed me to complete my studies in my high school.
Awesome, beautiful story, and congratulations, you made it.
Thanks.
Now you are in university. Well, listen, tell us a little bit about your background, how you grew up.
About my childhood, I grew up with my mother. I never met my father. It was to my mother to take care of all of my needs, school, fees. My mother was selling food spices until 2008 when she left everything because my father-in-law was sick for a long time. And she couldn't take care of her small business. Luckily, my godfather started to support my studies until 2015. When he passed away, I was 15. My mom couldn't afford my tuition fees, and I was often sent back home. The principal of my school decided to give me a scholarship to pursue my studies because I was excellent. I used to be on the top of my class. For my university studies, I learned about health. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, you guys have been benefited from scholarship since you were in high school. That means that you're really good students. You always really work well in class and you deserve opportunities. That's really good. What about you, Tiffany?
Okay. I grew up with my whole family in a 2 bedroom house, including my grandparents, my parents, my uncles, my aunts, etc. And it was only my father who worked as a lottery salesman to support me and my little brother. And my mom was jobless, and it was very difficult for my dad to take care of the whole family with only one salary. So during my childhood, I was fortunate that my classical studies were paid by a sponsorship program in my school because I was always on top of my class. So it was difficult for me to go without food at school, but every time I returned from school, I would go to a friend's house to eat and also to spend hours working because there was no quiet place to work at home. And then in my school, I met the recruitment team from here, and I saw this possibility for me to enter the university and to achieve my goals.
Wow, very, very impressive. Really good stories. Really good stories. And we can see how you guys are really committed and how you take seriously school. And also your English is really good. I'm very impressed. But you guys aren't impressed. They are in like first year university. You speak English in Haiti. You speak Creole and French. Oh, I don't remember I was that good at English when I first studied at Help. Anyway, congratulations, guys. Well, I think this is maybe the most important question for this session. I would like to know what does that mean for you to receive the Bernard Fils-Aimé scholarship? What it means for you?
Okay.
I'd like to hear it. We will start with you again, Himka?
Yes. Okay. The scholarship means a lot to me because it will allow me to complete my studies at university and to achieve my goals. And I'm so grateful because I'm not the only deserving student, but I feel that I am one of the luckiest. And it is an honor for me to benefit this scholarship. And I would like to thank the Bernard Fils-Aimé's family for this opportunity. I remember that I met Mr. Bernard last year. He gave us many advice that can help us in our life. He took one example and compared patience with crab in a basket. To explain that, if you want to succeed, you should take your own responsibility to work hard and to achieve your goal. So like me, I took these words to heart. And like he said, I am determined and very motivated to succeed and to help my country to progress. Thank you.
Oh, wow, thank you. Snap, 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 snap to that. That's really, really good. What about you, Wilderson? What does receiving this scholarship, what does it mean for you?
Bernard Fils-Aimé scholarship means a lot for me. It was an honor for me because I'm not the only one student. It means to me a sure way to achieve my goals, a hope for a better future. Like Inka said, Bernard has come to meet us last year. He encouraged us to stay strong. He gave us a lot of advice. The most important, he talked to us like a father with his sons. He asked us about the reality about our life. He took his time to listen to us carefully. I'm very happy to be selected by Bernard Fils-Aimé's family to be part of his outstanding legacy. That scholarship means to me. I have to take my commitment to give us the opportunity I have been given as Bernard Fils-Aimé would want it. Thank you.
That's really awesome. Snap, 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 snap to that. Thank you, Wilderson, and also thank you for taking this commitment. I know Bernard is smiling from where he is now. He's really smiling, and he will be very, very proud of you if he was here with us. So, Jeftani, what does this scholarship mean to you?
Okay. I had the chance to meet Bernard Fils-Aimé when I was in my first year, and we were going through a difficult period with the political situation in our country. And we were really happy to meet him and listen to his advice. And it's an honor for me to be among these two other students as a Bernard Fils-Aimé scholars. And these scholarships, it's a great opportunity for me to make my dreams come true. And it's an opportunity to support the development of my community, of my country. It is also a great privilege for me to achieve my goals. For example, and since I'm studying international relations, I'm passionate about the philosophy of the governments and the relations with other countries. And these scholarships give me more determination to advance in my studies and deepen my knowledge.
Awesome. Stop. Wow, well done, guys. I'm really proud of you, and I'm sure like everybody in this call is very impressed and very happy about your engagement. So now I'm going to check quickly if we have any questions in the Q&A box. Okay, we have a question from Mr. Rick Boger. Bernard was a man of great vision, generosity, and courage. He believed in the power of higher education to change Haiti. How does Bernard's legacy inspire you and your use of your education for the future? How does Bernard's legacy inspire you? How are you inspired by the legacy, l'héritage que Bernard a listed? And how do you intend to use that in your education? Thank you, Rick, for this question. Please, guys, if you have any other questions, put it in the Q&A box, and I will be pleased to share it with the students. Or any other questions you may have for help or for the Bernard Fils-Aimé's family.
Okay, I'm gonna answer. I think for me, and I want to, after my graduation, if I can say that, to help orphaned children. There is something that I like to say is, if I am here, it's because someone helped me to arrive, to be here where I am. So I decided to help these children to realize their, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's very good. You want to give to people who do not have parents, and that's how you're gonna continue the generosity and the legacy of Bernard. And what about you, Wilson?
I want to honor the legacy of Bernard by my commitment to my community, by working with young people, by offering them the opportunity to realize their goals, to make their dreams come true, like as Help did it for me, as Bernard did it for me. Thank you.
What about you, Jeff?
Okay. As I said earlier, these scholarships mean a lot for me. An opportunity to support the development of my country. So I think that in the future, I want to start a mentorship program to help the young people in my community, because today I'm very lucky that I am a Bernard Fils-Aimé scholar, and I want to share this legacy with other people in my community, young men and young women.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Well done. Let me see if we have any other questions. No, we do not have any questions. So going once, going twice.
Daphne,
I don't know if, do you have
sorry to interrupt. I think we have a question in the chat, actually, from Will Reynolds. I'll read it. Thank you for sharing your stories and keep up the great work. How have you three been continuing your studies while dealing with the restrictions during the pandemic?
Yeah, how are you coping with COVID-19 and restrictions, and how are you continuing your study despite all of that?
During the COVID-19, I continue with my studies. I continue to learn online. The teachers, teach us online. They learn. They teach us the things that can help us to help us in our studies, I can say that. And it was a little difficult, but we did our best.
Awesome.
About me, during the COVID-19, there was a stressful situation, but I attended to my classes at university online. I have received the help of support, advisors, laptop, and stipend. Help me to overcome those during the COVID-19 pandemic. I learned a lot about my teacher and the class of help. The help class I've continued also during the pandemic, during the COVID-19. So I have received a lot of support. My advisor tried to make me top in my mind. My mind was very good during the COVID-19 pandemic, and I've put the conditions for my success during the pandemic. Thank you for your patience.
According to me, COVID-19 was not it's not easy for us, but sometimes I feel depressed, stressed, and depressed. So I have the help of my teachers, my advisor, and during this pandemic, we had the protocol to help us to help us, and we keep the distance social. In French, that means the distance social, and we had the all necessary materials to continue with our academic program. And then I have the help of my colleague, my teachers, my advisor to continue despite this situation.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Let me see if we have other questions in the chat. Oh, somebody asked, what is your favorite food? That's a question from Rick. Rick, what is your favorite food?
Okay. I will answer. Okay. I like plantain with fish.
That's really good. What about you, Ulderson? What's your favorite food?
Rice and chicken.
Chicken. Okay, you're really Haitian. What about you, Jeftani?
Okay, I live near the
sea.
Yes, the sea. I like fish with rice, white.
Okay, white rice. Okay. Oh, myself, I like Julie sauce pois légumes.
Thank you, Daphne.
Haitians like to have white rice, and then we do a bean sauce, and then we do like a match vegetable where we put everything together, and it's really delicious. Julie sauce pois légumes, that's how we call it in Creole. Thank you, Rick, for helping us to have like a very a funny mood within this all seriousness. Okay, Ami Bracken. This is Ami Bracken asked this question to the Bernard Fils-Aimé family. She would like to know, she asked, can you guys talk about where his dedication, Bernard's dedication to education come from?
So my father was raised by his mother, who herself was a principal of a public school in Port-au-Prince. And actually, my dad grew up above the school himself.
Can you try to speak a little bit louder?
Yep. Can you hear me now?
Yes, better. Thank you.
I'll start over. So Bernard, my dad, he was raised by his mother, who was a principal of a public school in Port-au-Prince. And actually, he grew up living above the school himself. He was always a great student. And when he emigrated to New York, that path continued. And his mother instilled in him from a very young age the value of education. Not only his education, but the education that she was giving to the students at her school also. And my dad, throughout his life, as someone who was an activist, who was looking for the advancement of his people, understood that, you know, the one thing that is the most powerful force for improving people's lives and creating movements is education. And one of the things he liked to say to me, you know, an old saying, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So, you know, that principle has always been something that guided his life and his thinking.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I didn't know that your dad lived in a house very close to the school. Yeah, that's really powerful, actually, to really see every day people going to school. I think this does something to you, definitely. Thank you for sharing that, Cole. Okay, let me see if we have any other questions. Okay. Okay, Will Reynolds asks, during this time, have you been able to access any international teaching opportunities or online classes? So I think you guys covered that a little bit, because particularly University Quisqueya, where 80% of our students go to, they were able to continue online classes during this started even before the pandemic. If you guys are following the news about Haiti, we were on lockdown just before the pandemic, and then later the pandemic happened. So Quisqueya was already hosted classes online, and then I guess IMCA and also Jeff Tani, they were able to follow classes online. And now Help is hosting all of his classes online. They help the class that help offer to student English, leadership, and computer. And then some of the university, they host classes in person now, and some of them do a combination. Okay. Okay, another question for the Benos family. How long do you intend to keep this scholarship? That's a question from Florina Joseph. Thank you for your question, Florina.
Well, I can certainly speak for myself and for my family as well. You know, this Helps mission was something that was foundational to my dad's character. And, you know, his values are important to me too. And so I've been working with Sam over the last few months, and it's certainly my intention to continue to work with Help and support and figure out how we can educate as many children as possible. Because, you know, as you can see from the scholars that are meeting here today, these students are truly the best of the best and represent the best of what Haiti has to offer. And you know, for us, it's important that they continue to get the opportunities that they deserve and that they earn. And so, you know, we'll continue it for as long as, you know, I'm here on this earth, let's say. And it's truly for me, it's not, this isn't an activity, it's a mission. And, you know, my father always taught me, you see things through to the end. And so I guess that's the best answer I could give.
Thank you for your answer, and then we are very grateful to that. But also I need to mention, because this scholarship for these 3 students and probably a 4th scholarship coming, they are full scholarships, like 4 years plus the thesis, that 5 years. So these students they can be at rest for the university studies because it's covered completely, and we have 4th scholarship coming too. So thank you guys, thank you for your questions. So I think it will not make much sense if we close this without giving the mic to my director. We have the National Director Gary DeLeese, because he spoke so many times about Bernard, and then when I look at Gary and you see like an adult, and then the way that he realized and he speak on how he relied on Bernard for mentorship. When I was hearing that, like for me, I thought mentorship was only maybe for young people like myself, not for Gamon like Gary.
Thank you, Daphne. I am.
But that's the effect that you have when you work close to Bernard. You can, no matter the age you are, he always got something for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Gary, it's my pleasure to give you the mic and then to share a little bit about the HELP experience and your personal experience with Bernard.
Thank you, Daphne. Hi, everyone. But as Daphne said, I am Gary DeLeese. I'm the country director of HELP and the co-founder of HELP with Kanner Bohen. Although Kanner, Sam, and Daphne have already done so, I would like to reiterate my sympathies to Carl, Maryse, and Erica, and the whole family. When I first met Bernard with Kanner in 2008, I could not understand his speech because it went against everything I heard from those in Bernard's class who saw Haiti as a lost case. Let's say this discourse that went towards a qualified youth that alone can take charge of the destiny of this country. Despite this speech, I had doubts saying that it was a speech for the white man, Kanner, to name Kanner. However, over the years, that doubt has dissipated. And I can say that Bernard has only one word, and that word goes hand in hand with his action. I still remember that I had to go to his house to get his signature on a document. I was surprised to see President Préval there. I asked Bernard if it would be possible for him to ask the president to visit HELP. I was a bit shy. I didn't see myself to go to President Préval and ask him directly. And it was the first time. I used to see President Préval on TV, but going to ask President Préval to do something for HELP, I was really shy. Bernard just told me, go and ask him yourself. That's the way that Bernard, push people to develop their own leadership. Thanks to Bernard, it was the first time that HELP welcomed a former Haitian president. And unfortunately, it was the first time that President Préval had the opportunity to speak to a youth eager for change. One of the aspects that frightened me in the management of HELP was going to get money from Haitian companies. Under Bernard's impulse, we created the position of development manager, which Daphne oversees, and since then, I can tell our relations have been strengthened with these companies. Bernard was what I can call our potomitan. I can still see his serene face, giving the impression that he can solve any problem. A face that inspired confidence and made you look for confidence in yourself. I would say that Bernard did not die because he passed on to us his commitment, his unshakable faith in the formation of a new Haiti for which he wanted help to be the standard bearer. That's my Bernard. You know, I can tell you, I miss him. I remember the last time, I saw his face during the board meeting. My regret, I don't know why I didn't take his picture, to keep, watching him. You don't know. You can imagine the impact that Bernard he had on me. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Very nice for closing. So I would like to thank everybody for joining us today, and then we are about to conclude this webinar. But before I do so, I would like to make sure that the Benos family, if there's something else that you would like to add, or any maybe last questions that are your scholars. If there's anything that you would like to say before we close out.
But we miss Carl when he came to Haiti,
Yeah.
I would like to see him,
Be back.
For sure.
Okay. What I want to say is that I was very moved by what I just saw. And the family is very proud of help, and especially of the students. And we pledge to continue as long as we can. And you can count on us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Thank you very much. And that was a very great honor to have you all to share this special moment. Very much. And the students, anything else you would like to say before we finish the webinar?
Oh, yes. Okay. On behalf of Wilderson and of Jeftani, and on my own behalf, I want to thank you for this great opportunity, and thanks to help too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it was a very great session. I would like again to thank everybody for joining us for this, and then also thank you for contributing to this special fund on behalf of Bernard, and also thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Maryse, Cole, Erika. Thank you so much, and we will keep in touch. We will keep in touch. After this pandemic, probably see you in Haiti, and you can see these colors face to face. And help is your home. You can come anytime. You have family here.
And thank you, Daphne, thank you, Sam, for leading this. Daphne, you did a wonderful job.
Thank you, Gary.
As always.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Daphne, Gary.
Okay, thank you, Sam.
Erica, Maryse. Merci beaucoup.
Okay, bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for attending. Bye.
Bye-bye.